Hello, my friends. My name is Dragonheart, the Prince of Wales, and let's talk gaming. Hello there, and welcome to the second ever episode of Let's Talk Gaming. Hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. That was a bit of a tester and a bit of a teaser as to what you can expect in this series. And in that episode, at the very end, I asked a question and I said, what is your favourite gaming soundtrack? So I'm intrigued to find out what your gaming soundtracks or favourite soundtracks are. To give you my answer, I would have to probably delve into two series that are very close to mine. One of them is Assassin's Creed, and I was going to say, for an actual track, the opening track to Assassin's Creed Revelations, mainly because that was the song we used when my wife walked down the aisle on our wedding day. I love Assassin's Creed music anyway. It's usually pretty good, but certainly from Revelations is one of my favourites. And then I'd probably go with the music that's in the Witcher franchise, certainly Witcher 3. The music's very good, very Eastern European sort of feel to it, especially when you've got some of the harmonic kind of sounds and stuff in some of the songs. The battle tunes and themes and stuff are always very good when you have boss fights and stuff. So I would say Assassin's Creed and The Witcher 3 would answer that question from last episode for me. So I just want to start the episode by saying that. Now we're going to talk about what I've been playing this week. So I have been playing quite a few games. I mentioned last week that I played Astro's Playroom. I've actually finished Astro's Playroom completely. I got the Platinum Trophy, 100% done the game. Really pleased with the outcome of that. I have not gone back on Ghost of Tsushima just yet. The plan is to get back onto that in the next week or so. I have got some stuff going on in my personal life with my working situation and stuff, which means that I'm not able to at the moment. But as soon as I'm back on track with stuff, the plan is to get back into Ghost of Tsushima. I want to finish the game off, and then if I'm in a position where I can actually get the platinum, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to aim for that, because I have 6 platinum trophies in total on my PlayStation account. But 4 of them are quite shoddy trophies. They're like, they're the sort of games that you buy for like £1 or £1.50 and you play for like 20 minutes and you've got the platinum. They're like cheap indie games on the PlayStation Store. They're dirty trophies. They're what I'd call dirty trophies. They prop up your collection of platinums by a few numbers, but that's all they really do. And it's not really a sort of trophy you'd be proud of. I do have a couple of trophies that I am fairly proud of, though. One of them is obviously Astro's Playroom, which I just mentioned. I felt like I had to work for that as well. And the other one is Guardians of the Galaxy. They're quite easy to do because it's a Telltale game. You just got to play all the episodes, basically. Although 1 or 2 of the Telltale games, I think you have got to do 1 or 2 little things in the missions. I think there's a couple of collectibles in some levels. I think certainly with The Walking Dead, there might be a few. But I got platinum for Guardians of the Galaxy as well, which I really enjoyed. So they're my 6 platinum trophies. But the gaming stuff I've been doing this week, so I'm going to play Ghost of Tsushima. I've done Astro's Playroom. My wife, Panda, some of you know her as Michaela, that's her name. She's been playing this game quite a lot, and that's Tales of Arise. Now, this is actually the PS4 version. What we did, I ended up buying her this for our wedding anniversary a couple of weeks ago. I think the game came out on the 10th of September, and I got it for her on release day. Our anniversary is the 17th, so she had it a week before the anniversary. She loves the Tales series. She's played Tales of Berseria. She's played Zestiria. I actually got Zestiria on PC because it looked like a pretty good game, and I played a little bit of it. I think I streamed it once before as well. It's alright. They're not my type of games, but they're enjoyable for what they are. I quite enjoy watching her play them. But she's been playing quite a lot of this lately. She's actually been streaming it on the channel as well. So if you want to check a stream out, then make sure to follow our Twitch channel, which is in the description below. But this one, I've been watching her play it, and I'm actually very interested in the game. The story is quite gripping. The music in the game is pretty good. The characters are quite fleshed out. Now, the gameplay isn't my kind of cup of tea. It's very Final Fantasy-esque, which I'm not really into, to be honest, but it's decent. Like I said, this is the PS4 version, but it says on the bottom PS5 upgrade available, and we are of course playing the PS5 version. She did start the PS4 version. I think she played like the first half an hour or so of it, but then once I was able to get the PS5, we transferred it all over and she just started again, and it just made sense. So yeah, it's a pretty good game. Not my kind of game necessarily, but it's an enjoyable thing. She loves it, and yeah, interested to know if any of you in the comment section have played the Tales games before, because it is a pretty good game. I obviously want to expand my gaming library on the PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 games are so pricey. I want to play FIFA. FIFA 22 is out in like a week's time, I think. And it is £70, and £70 for a football game, which I know will be like 20 quid in like 6 months time or so, when the season is almost over. I don't know if I can justify it. It seems so pricey, especially when the last few football games I've bought were FIFA 20, which I paid like 20 quid for in game. I also had Pro Evolution Soccer sent to me for free on PC, last year's game, and then the game before that I think I paid quite a cheap price for PES as well. So I haven't paid much for my football games the last few years. I can't really justify paying 70, so I think I might wait a little bit, to be honest with you. I do want to get FIFA eventually, because I do want to play the next gen version of it, but I don't know if I want to play it that much, if I'm being totally honest with you. So that's one game that's coming out, which I'm looking forward to. There's another game coming out, I think it's in February, called Stray. There's been a couple of gameplay reveals of that from Sony. It looks really good. You basically play as a cat, and you go in through like alleyways and stuff, try not to get killed. It's a platforming game. I think you got like a little robot friend or something that follows you around. It looks quite intriguing, and I want to give that a go. I've also been told by my friend Lord Rexor that I can borrow his version of Ratchet and Clank, which is really cool. I think he platinumed the game as well on PS5 when it came out, because he's one of the lucky sods that had the console when it came out, whereas I get the console 12 months later. But that's cool. That's awesome of him. So I'm probably going to borrow that off him and play that at some stage. I'll expand my gaming on the console a bit more as well, because the problem with the PS5 and the Xbox series consoles as well is that the because everything is increased, because the hardware and the software and everything is always improved upon, and you've now got ray tracing in games, and you've got like the PlayStation 5, for example, has got like the SSD thing, so now you're loading saves quite quickly. I think there's a lot of videos out there on YouTube where they put like the PS4 version and the PS5 version of like Miles Morales or something, and they load in, and then within 10 seconds you've loaded into like the game on the PS5, and it's like 30 to 40 seconds on the PS4. So there's a big difference. So when you add that up over the total course of a gaming session, it makes a big difference. So with these consoles being pushed even further, obviously the games are being pushed as well. As far as the price goes, and I've been used to paying £40 to £50 for PlayStation 4 games for this past generation, and now you're increasing that again, which is kind of gutting, but it is what it is at the end of the day. My attitude on it is only buy a game if you really want to play it, and only if you can afford to play it. Don't buy games willy-nilly. I obviously want to expand my gaming collection on the console, but I'm not going to waste 70 quid on a game here and a game there, and then be in a lot of trouble financially, because they are expensive. Speaking of gaming prices, though, I did pick up a new game for the PS5 recently, and it's this game by here, Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2. Very good game. It's from the Sniper Ghost Warrior series, which I've never played before. They're very similar to the Sniper Elite games, which you can get on like PC and stuff. I've actually watched some of the gameplay of Sniper Elite in the past, and they're pretty good games. I've played the first few missions of this so far. It's really good. It's set in like I can say a make-believe place. It's like a fake version of, I guess, like the Middle East, I guess. And you play as this elite soldier who has a sniper rifle, obviously, because it's in the title of the game, and you also have like a sidearm handgun. You can have like an assault rifle. There's grenades. You got a usual sort of arsenal, and you can unlock weapons and equipment and stuff as you go on. You've got like a drone which can scan ahead, and basically you're given a set of targets, and you've got to go stealthily through the levels, taking out people without raising the alarm, getting to like the end point of the level, and then you've got an option to snipe someone. You got to try and snipe your target. There'll be additional like side activities for sniping, so it could be like take out generators as well as the target, or take out this or whatever. But the game does a very good job with the sniping, because it's not just aim and shoot with the reticle right on the guy's head. You have to sort of use wind resistance and bullet drop, and you have to zero in your scope. So there's a lot of different things at play, and then there's like a little dot which you got to try and work out where it's going to land. You can hold your breath. There's all these different things at play just to get that one clean shot. And even then, it might only be for like a millisecond that you're able to hold it before you release the trigger. So it's very rewarding when you have to try and get that kill. But it's pretty cool that how it's all implemented. I think it's a quite short game though, because I've done the tutorial part and I've done the first set of missions. And I think there's only like 6 sets of missions in total, or 7, something like that. So it's not going to be a long game. So yeah, I might ask Lord Rex so if he wants to borrow this off me when I finish it, so we can have a little trade and play sort of thing. So that'll be quite cool maybe. But yeah, it's a good fun game, nice little stress reliever, I guess, if you're looking for games like that. It's in my collection, so it's like cool, another game in my collection. I didn't pay full price for this. It was interesting. I was in my local game store, and yesterday actually I'm recording this on Sunday, so this was on the Saturday the 25th of September. And looking around for games, and they had like a pre-owned pile. I was going to the pre-owned pile, and the only game I saw in there which was vaguely appealing to me was Chivalry 2. But I've played Chivalry 1 on the PC. I don't know if the second one is that much of an improvement, so I was kind of like, do I want to buy it or not? I'm not sure. And I think that was like £25. But on like the new pile, we had all the other games and stuff, and you had like Deathloop and games like that, which were like 60-70 quid. And I had a heart attack looking at them. I was like, oh my god, I feel really poor right now just going through this list. And then I found this game, Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2, £35. I thought, it's a sniping game, it appeals to me. It's a war game, it's a shooter game, it's all stuff which I'm interested in, and also it's half the price of any of the games there. So I'm like, win. I'll buy that. So I bought it, and yeah, like I said, so far it's good. So I've been playing that. I did a stream of that yesterday as well, which was quite cool. Got used to the game and the controls and stuff, and I'll see how it goes. I might try and go for the trophies in this game, but I have seen some of them, and you've got to do like all of the levels on like the hardest difficulty. I think I'm on like the normal difficulty, it's on the basic one, but you go to like the hardest difficulty for everything, plus it's collectibles and stuff. I don't know, I'll see how it goes. I'm going to finish the game anyway, and then it depends what I'm missing, and if I feel the motivation to go all the way through and do this, that will be, that'll be my decision. But I've got that, so I've got that to add to my PS5 gaming collection, and I'll just see how it goes from there. So I'm going to finish this episode off with a question, which is something I'm going to try and do for every episode. So last week we talked about soundtracks. Now we're going to talk about best ever gaming story or narrative. So best ever gaming story or narrative that you think. So you're basically picking the game which you think has had the best story. Is it a game from recent time, like Ghost of Tsushima or Valhalla? Valhalla, or is it a game from years ago? It could be any sort of game at all. Let me know what you think is your best gaming story / narrative of all time, I guess, and I'll answer mine in the next week's episode. I've been Dragonheart. This has been Let's Talk Gaming. Bye for now.